Archis Patil got that goal inside 11 seconds. And the Daredevils going down 1-0 to the Warriors 6 nights ago. If you are just joining us, you've missed Live Pools, a very comprehensive 2-0 win over FC Bandra. That scoreline doesn't do their dominance justice there, really. They're top of the table with 2 wins from 2. Neither of these teams can join them at the top, bearing in mind they're both waiting for their first wins of the season. And like FC Bandra in the previous match, the Daredevils looking for their first goal of the season. That's a careless ball. It's straight to Ogden Fernandez, and they'll get a corner out of it. Bit of uncertainty in the Daredevils' defence there. Ogden Fernandez over to take the corner, which he helped win with this build-up play. Cross comes in, and there's a free header for Karan Shug. But he sends it wide. Bit of pressure on Nikhil Pandey, who gets it back. Nikhil Pandey was one of the bright spots for the Daredevils last week. He's well in an advanced position now. Sped up, they're looking for Pandey, and they're going to find Pandey. First touch is going to be key here, and it's a very heavy one. And they're unable to keep it in despite the best efforts of Sailesh Lakhani.
Boys, अगर वो लंबा खेल रहा है तो कोई off the ball runs करो. Augie Archis, make that run for him to flick it on.
Through the middle, time and space to turn for Tanang Manjeshwar, but already signs this is going to be a very low scoring encounter. Neither of these teams appears to have the quality in the final third that Live Pools possess, with Mishra, Pakora, and a very good performance today from Daniel Knott. Out it comes to the Daredevils. They'll try and find Nikhil Pandey again. Number 1 and the keeper from West Coast. Thank you. Nikhil Pandey on the run around. Oh my word, that's nearly, well, it has. That's destroyed an iPhone there. Luckily missed my sunglasses. Looking forward to the first glimpse of Paris Nayal for the Daredevils. Number 3, you recognise when he comes on, he looks like Popeye's overdosed on spinach. An absolute beast of a man, a real physical presence. A free kick, referee Sahil giving the Daredevils a free kick for the push on Payash Murali.
Guys, you're low the wall. Augie Archis. Augie Archis. Augie Archis, chug on the wall. Augie Archis, chug on the wall. You're low your wall. You're low your wall. 3 people on the wall. Don't break, don't break, don't break.
They're going to try and take a poke from range here. Get fed up at how difficult it's been to score from free kicks directly, so they try a sharp move there. And it wasn't a bad effort from Sailesh Lakhani in the end, just couldn't quite get the distance, but the build-up play was lovely. Kedar in goal for the Sharks, brings it away. Oh, that's a lovely touch. They're through. Ogden Fernandez, can he get the shot away? He can. Never quite going to be on target. Well, it's opened up all of a sudden here in the last couple of minutes.
Next one you're scoring, come on. No problem. चलेगा चुप बहुत अच्छे come on come on come on 12 बजे बस head that out first set.
Right through the middle there, missed by a couple of players, one from each team. Finds its way to Karan Chugh. Nico Pandey, absolutely everywhere as always is Nico. Handball against the West Coast Sharks. Karan Chugh is pinged. Over the top. Well, you get the feeding goals are going to be a collector's item in this one. Got a couple of flair players in each team, but it's pretty mundane stuff so far. Glimpse at Damien Savage of the West Coast Sharks. Here comes the Daredevils with Lakhani again. Lakhani's asking a big question out wide, and he does really well, the man out there on the left, to get there. But he wants to come off already. I think he's pulled a back muscle, the Daredevil. So into the mix is going to come Suvankor Das.
David, get in. Catch weight.
Ball into the middle. There's runners there. The header comes across the face of goal, but no one's there to pick it up. Just a reminder that Suvankor Das is on for an injured Piyash Murali.
आजा हो गया हाँ बराबर
Out wide it goes. This is better from the Sharks. Oh, would have been an absolute screamer. The shot came in from Archis Patil, who scored that stunner last week after 11 seconds. And I think he was beaten, you know, Rohan, if the shot had been on target. Looking for Archis Patel. He scored that absolute stunner after 11 seconds last Thursday night.
बहुत अच्छे राकेश बहुत अच्छे fantastic
Foul against the Daredevils. The Sharks with the free kick to be taken by Kazan Ahmed. Damien Savage is in some space. He's got some time as well, Damien Savage, to pick a target here, and he tried to pick out Archis Patil. Oh, Savage ultimately penalised for the foul there. Quite sure, looks 6.5 a dozen of the other. Oh, that has gone the way of the West Coast Sharks. I thought it might have done. Kazan Ahmed over it again. Man, he'd be goggled, Kazan Ahmed. Needs to get those eyes tested if that ball's anything to go by.
No problem.
Rohan Tulpul just seeing that one out as this game has become a little bit stop-start. They could be under some pressure here though, the Daredevils. Are they playing themselves into trouble? Archis Patil. Well, if there is going to be a goal, you'd say Archis Patil or Nico Pandey are probably the two likely candidates to score it. Speaking of which, here is Nico Pandey. Having to drop deep though. Does very well indeed. Plays in Dean Donald. Keeper change here.
See, this is what I mean, bro. Bro, this is what I mean. You've got to get these things right. Kedar wasn't in goal. It wasn't fair. We've got to get these things right, guys.
Well, that surprised me because Kedar is now coming to take his place in goal. Aditya Mohanty was filling in while Kedar presumably was running a bit late, but he's there now. So Nico Pandey. Can he catch the goalkeeper cold here with a decent cross? He's got plenty of targets to look at. Daredevils get the ball in. Archis Patil is under it and it's back into Daredevils territory. You're watching live Roots Premier League, brought to you by Bodog. It's the North Boundary Division tonight here at St Andrews Sports Complex in the heart of bustling Mumbai. You're watching these pictures broadcast live around the world on the One Play Network. Our branding partner, the Flag Company, our hydration partner at Meekwa Water, and Royal Pressery, the brilliant beverage people, keeping everyone energised with their magnificent juices.
Monty, warm up now.
It was well kept in by Nico Pandey. That was a bit of a wayward first touch though, that created problems for the Daredevils. Abhishek Paramsawaran. Ogden Fernandez over this. Be looking for Archis Patel surely. He nearly found Archis Patel. But now the orange wave comes forward. Can they cut them open through the middle? Goes out to wide for Nico Pandey. I don't think he was expecting it. Nico Pandey trying to fashion the space for a shot. Plays it through to Tarang Manjeshwar. But the Sharks are doing a good job of closing them down. They're forced to go all the way back to Rohan in the goals. Damien Savage winning the header. Nico Pandey. And the throw-in goes the way of the Sharks. Nico Pandey doesn't like that decision. Savage under pressure. It was a good leave from Rakesh Tulsaram. Oh, Rakesh Tulsaram surely brought down there. Referee says no. Meanwhile, Nico Pandey up the other end hasn't got the pace to get on the end of that as we're now past the halfway mark in the first half. One of the players has lost what appears to be the world's smallest pair of shin pads.
Change.
Flag's going to be up here. Flag is up. Offside. He's lost another shin pad. Started as we approach the final 11 minutes of the first half.
Good ball.
It's a good ball in, looking for Damien Savage and taking absolutely no chances. Silas Lakhani heads that behind for a corner, which Damien Savage will leave for Ogden Fernandez to take. Not too many white shirts committed into the penalty area, just the two. Third one is arriving, but Ogden Fernandez with 4 orange shirts back is going to have to get his delivery spot on here, and he gets his delivery spot on. Headed back in across the face of goal, and ultimately Bilal Sheikh's effort is in vain. Change is coming for the West Coast Sharks. A man that lost those shin pads moments ago. Taran Shug is off, and on instead is Kortstab Tolo.
Arches. Kisko mark kar raha tu? Number 8, Shailesh.
Nico Pandy
Number 8. हाँ, Shailesh.
over to take the corner. Nico Pandy. Assistant referee says that one's gone out, but the referee's overturned the decision here. I think he's given the kick into Nico Pandy and the Daredevils. Bit of confusion there. So Nico Pandy, not many targets to aim for in orange shirts in the area. Comes in. Out wide. Here's some space to operate for Rahul Sachdev. Rahul Sachdev with good footwork. Goes route one though, and they very nearly got caught out there. Archis Patel was lurking. They could still be in a bit of bother because it comes out to the man that's just come on. Court stab Talor. Getting very congested in the middle of the field. Court stab Talor with a shot from a mile out. Drifts wide. Result from earlier today, Live Pools 2, FC Bandra 0. Sends Live Pools to the top of the table. The perfect 2 wins and 6 goals across those 2 wins as well. 4 this season already for Manavendra Mishra. Red hot favourite early on for the Golden Boot. Oh, that's a nice touch. The flag is up though. And didn't look like he was going to get there anyway. Court stab Talor. A sharp goalkeeping from Rohan Tulpul, but the flag was up anyway. Another sub coming for the West Coast Sharks. They're really going through the motions. Aditya Mahanti, who was in goal earlier on, is now coming on as an outfield player. Meanwhile, that was a nice touch of the skipper from the Daredevil, Sailesh. But the cross is miscued by Tarang Manjeshwar. Archis Patil galloping off the field like a good one. No repeat of his heroics in the early part of last week's opening game of the season when he scored that goal after 11 seconds, and what a goal it was. Damien Savage. Swell one. Ogden Fernandez. Bullied off the ball there, Ogden Fernandez. Not once but twice. And this is a mazy run from the skipper, Sailesh. Oh, it's got in! Sailesh Lakhani, off the back of a shocking goalkeeping mistake from Kedar, has given the Daredevils the lead. Their first goal of the season. But goodness gracious me, have a look at the replay here. Kedar has had an absolute nightmare. He was late arriving for the game, and after letting that one in, he'll probably wish he was still stuck in traffic. Shocker. And the Daredevils lead through Sailesh Lakhani in the 19th minute.
Right now in this situation, that's it.
Well, that's a hammer blow for the West Coast Sharks. Can't help but think they've been making so many substitutions. Maybe they're a bit unsettled there, but that goal came out of nothing. No accounting if your keeper makes that kind of clanger. We saw poor Aditya in the Juhu League make a couple of bad mistakes on Friday night. But that was up there with the worst we've seen so far this season. Poor old Kedar in goal for the Sharks. Can they bounce back? Remember, they led 1-0 last week and managed to level it up. Or I should say concede the level up with 3 minutes to go before full time. Now they've got to come from behind to salvage something here. And at the moment, the Daredevils are looking the more likelier to get the next goal. Nice footwork from Shiraj Sherjwani. And they win the corner, and they got their tails up here, the Daredevils. The second goal before half-time, and this game could be over. Change is more for the West Coast. They really are interchanging. Karan Chugg is back on. Rakesh Tulsaram is off. Corner comes in. The keeper committed there. If there'd been a runner, there could have been some problems. Well picked up in his stride by Bilal Sheikh.
बॉस थोड़ा पीछे से.
Free header across, picked up for the West Coast Sharks by Kazan Ahmed. It's definitely rattled them the concession of that goal. Damien Savage always giving it straight to a man in orange, but unable to control it was Chiraj Rajwani. Talor manages to square it, and he'll pick up the free kick. Ogden Fernandez has been over most of the free kicks, but this time it'll be left for Kostab Talor, who shaping up like he wants to try and curl this in with his right foot. We've seen Kedar have a nightmare in goal for the West Coast Sharks. Rohan could be under some pressure here for the Daredevils. Takes a deflection and the keeper produces a save. And on the second phase, the equaliser is turned in and the flag stays down. And just like that, we are all square. And the man that got the final touch was Aditya Mahanti, who ironically started the game in goal for the West Coast Sharks. After Kedar replaced him, he conceded a howler, and they'll be furious, the Daredevils, because that's the only time they've looked like getting a goal, the West Coast Sharks. Aditya Mahanti levelling it up with 3 minutes to go before half-time. After an initial good save from Rohan Tupul, it was the West Coast Sharks that reacted quickest, and now they've got a chance to take the lead. 2 goals in 60 seconds. It could be about to be done. Well, this game could be about to be turned on its head. Teeing this one up is Kostab Talor. He forced the keeper into a great save in the last free kick that ended up with a goal being scored in the second phase. Can he find a way through the wall here? Oh, yes he can, but somehow it stays out. Off the post, well that's the best dead ball free kick we have seen so far, and still it won't go in. Rohan Tupul was beaten all ends up, and Kostab Talor faced the agony of seeing it come back off the post. Desperately close for 2 goals in 2 minutes for the Daredevils, who looked in some trouble. The Sharks, I should say, 2 goals in 2 minutes. They looked in some trouble when they went one down, but they're all now showing some great momentum here. 2 minutes to half time. Damien Savage with the pocket being picked now. Keeper, or Damien Savage had a kick out there. That'll be a free kick for the foul on the Daredevil. But they've lost their shape, and having questioned the policy of the West Coast Sharks interchanging in and out so regularly through the opening stages of this game, all of a sudden it looks to have come good, as back into the fray as the man that looked injured earlier on, Piyash Murali, picked up some kind of back issue, but he's back into play. That's an intelligent ball if they can keep it in, and they can't. Just about stays in, but dribbles through to Kedar in the goals. Oh, that's a bad misplace from Damien Savage. Last 60 seconds. Piyash Murali will leave this one and try and get in the end of it. It'll be Rahul Sachdev to swing this out with his right foot. Taking a while to set it up. Seconds ticking away. Rahul Sachdev, keeper has to come. Kedar gets a firm contact this time, but it's the Sharks that come away with it, and that's a great ball through. They're in on goal. Keeper comes and just about does enough. The on-rushing Aditya Mahanti almost had his second of the game, but credit to Rohan Tupul, just about did enough. Last play, surely, of this first half, and it'll be a kick in right, a line to the corner flag, so as good as a corner. They're going to have to be quick to try and take this. Ogden Fernandez streaming over to take it. There's 5 seconds left of the 25 minutes. Ogden Fernandez. Now the 25 minutes is up, and that should just about be that for the first half. Or will it be? Referees playing some extra seconds here. There'll be controversy if they score from this, but they won't, as we come to an end of a fascinating first 25 minutes. For the first 18 minutes, looks like we'd wait forever for a goal. But Silesh Lakhani's speculative effort was spilled into his own goal by Kedar in the West Coast Shark goal. And the Daredevils looked in control, but the West Coast Sharks, having made some tactical adjustments, equalised through Aditya Mahanti with 3 minutes to go before the break. And to be honest, all of a sudden it was the West Coast Sharks that were more likely to score another one. They hit the post with a brilliant free kick from Courtstab Toulouse just 60 seconds after they equalised, but it remains 1-1, second half on the way. Stay with us. So welcome back for the second half here. Sharks and Daredevils tied at 1 each, both looking for their first win of their season. It was all the Daredevils right up until the Sharks equalised with 3 minutes to go before half time, and then the Sharks looked really strong. So this game really is up for grabs now. I thought early on it would be a really low scoring affair, but after Kedar let one slip through his grasp with 6 minutes to go before half time, Aditya Mahanti came out with the equaliser, and you do now get the feeling there will be a winning goal in this game, maybe even more than one more. Ogden Fernandez. Archie Patel was quiet in the first half. Can he get on the end of this? He's certainly going to be one of the targets. Heads up! Oh, and it came all the way through to Kortstab Talor, who hit the post of the free kick late in the first half. He's unable to trouble the goalkeeper on that occasion.
Come out. He will go out.
So the West Coast Sharks picking up at the start of the second half where they ended in the first in the ascendancy. Chug. Oh, well, look who's on now. Took an early slip there. The formidable figure of the Daredevils, number 3, Paris Niaut. Built like a brick outhouse, the boy. Darren Chug is in. Oh, Chug goes down on the edge of the box. Nothing doing from the referee. Karen Chug almost looks set to pull the trigger there. Morale. Archis Patel getting busy, and Archis Patel releases Chug, who wants the corner, and is going to be disappointed. It's a goal kick. Rahul Sachdev. Daredevil was just trying to slow the pace down of this game a little bit because it was the West Coast Sharks hustle that got them back into this just before the break. Cross is a decent one, but hammered away by Rahul Sachdev. And the Daredevils now can come forward. Paras is up top. Oh, that pass just missing out Nico Pandy. And the kick in goes to the Sharks. So that's Ogden Fernandez eventually being hustled out of it.
बहुत अच्छे चुप बहुत अच्छे बैक बैक बिलाल बैक इधर देख बिलाल को देख डेमियन को देख चेंज रन टू मच टाइम रिलीज कम ऑन डेमियन Simpler passes boys. Guys, get the formation.
Quick release from Rahan Tulpul. Damien Savage. His cross is intercepted easily by the Daredevils. I have to go back to the keeper though. And that's a good solid clearance under a bit of pressure, Rohan Tulpul. Oh, that was intelligent football. Bullied him out of it there, P.S. Morale. He wants it back, P.S. Morale, but I'm not sure they can see him. They might see him now. Rahul Sachdev, can he get the shot away or walk through the middle? The answer is no to both of those questions. Well, that was clever by Dean Donald. Come away with it with plenty of space as well. Still looking for it is Morale over on this near side. But the tackle comes in from Damien Savage and it's strong enough. So just like that, we're approaching the 5-minute mark in the second half. You're watching live Roots Premier League football, brought to you by Bodog, live on the One Play social media networks around the world. Our outdoor branding partner, the Flag Company, our hydration partner at Mikwa, and our beverage partner at Raw Pressery. Already tonight, live pools have beaten FC Banjo by 2-0 to consolidate their position at the top of the table. And this game, with just less than 20 to play, Sharks 1, Daredevils 1. The points very much in the balance. Are we going to find a winner here? Change coming from the West Coast Sharks, and it's the man that got the goal, Aditya Mahanti, that's back on. And it's been a tactic the West Coast Sharks use both their match day so far. High volume of interchange off the bench. And look at the man trying to run in on the back stick here, Bilal Sheikh. They haven't picked him up yet, Bilal Sheikh, if they can find him. It's going to need to be a good delivery, this. Ogden Fernandez headed away, and all of a sudden the man mountain that is Paris Nayao, they won't be able to push him off the ball. Paris now gets the shot into the side netting, and he did well to get a shot away. Oh, Aditya Mahanti loses out there, but they still come away with it, and that was a delightful touch. Beautiful bit of football from Kortstab Talor. Nico Pandy, though, clever football to play it out, and the pace being picked up by both teams. Here is Morale. Morale finds the man inside. The shot comes in, and it just fizzes wide off the boot of Terang Manjeshwar. Oh, the flag stayed down, and it very nearly came through to Aditya Mahanti again. As it is, the Daredevils are on the charge, but they've coughed this up, and Damien Savage has got some space to work with here. Aditya Mahanti trying to stay on side. Archis Patel, what a quiet game he's had. Can he burst into life and do something spectacular? Still got 2 more games to come for you after this one. Next up, it'll be the Superheroes. They're going to bounce back, the reigning champions, defending champions after that hammering at the hands of Live Pool just last week. They're against the Bombay Titans, who drew 1-1 with the West Coast Sharks. And the Warriors 1-0 winners over these Daredevils last week. They take on the Bombay Kings in our final match of the night. The Bombay Kings 0-0 with FC Bandra. So plenty of teams tonight still chasing their first win of the season, including these two. That's a lovely run to the byline, the cross from Bilal Sheikh into the side netting. Change is coming again. Chug is back in, replaces Ogden Fernandez. Archis Patel picks it up. Now, can he go on one of his driving runs? The answer is no, but he got another chance. Now he tries to take the ball with his feet, but it's hustled out for a kick in. Damien Savage. Cross is wasted, but it took a deflection, so that will be a corner. Coach screaming at Archis Patel to get in the middle to try and get on the end of this. He's had such a quiet game, Archis Patel, after one of the goals of the week last week. There's too much on that. Despite the work of Aditya Mahanti, it will go out for a kick in to the Daredevils. But you'd have to say, since the Sharks equalised, they have just shaded this. The question is, can they shade it enough to score another goal? Or will the Daredevils hit them with a sucker punch? Their goal coming courtesy of a goalkeeping howler from Kedar after Sailesh Lakhani's shot squirmed through his grasp. Here come the Daredevils. Terang Manjeshwar. Oh, there's some space for a shot here. The shot came in from Sailesh Lakhani again, and this time Kedar did manage to get his body behind it, and now there's going to be a yellow card. First yellow card of the night for Paris Nayao. Well, that chance that just fell to Sailesh Lakhani was more clear-cut than the one that he managed to get the goal from. Nice touch inside. Oh, he's looking really strong now. Here's Bilal Sheikh. Keeps it in brilliantly. Aditya Mahanti wanted it on the pullback. He'll eventually get it. Aditya Mahanti's cross, though, unfortunately for him, is wasted. Nico Pandy is coming off for the Daredevils. On is coming Suvan Kordas. Double change because Bavik is on as well. With 15 minutes to play. Bavik's first contribution is to skyline in the air straight to a shark. His second attempt, though, is much better. Damien Savage, under pressure from Paris, does well. Archis Patel, under pressure, again does well. Chug doesn't get the connection he wanted there, Karan Chug. Now, time for a run from Sailesh Lakhani, the goal scorer for the Daredevils. Beats one man, but not the second. And the West Coast Sharks bring it out. Here's Talor. He has been impressive. hit the post with a stunning free kick in the first half. Remember, Archis Patel has not had a good game, and once more he fails to capitalise. He bustles his way through well there, Paris Nayal. But it comes to nothing, and we're rapidly approaching the halfway mark in this second half, and still no goals to add to the two that we saw in the first stanza. Archis Patel, though, has got pace to burn. Can he get on the end of this? Yes, he can. Can just about keep it in, and the cross might eventually, well, I thought it might eventually fall to Karan Chugh, but there was too much on it. Bavik. Oh, that's a really good ball, and well gathered in as well. Pius is waiting in the middle. But Damien Savage can bring it away. Where's this one gilt-edged chance going to come in this second half? Now you do feel the next goal will be the winner. With 13 minutes to go, solid defending from Pius Morali of the Daredevils. Para, they want handball, they're going to get it now! Are they saying it's on the edge of the box or in the area? On the edge of the box, says referee Sahil. And they're going to go for a five-man wall, I'm hearing here. Good luck trying to broach that. Well, we've already seen the West Coast Sharks hit the post with a stunning court stab Toulouse free kick. Who's going to step up for the Daredevils now? They'll surely have to go for power. There's not enough space to get this up and over the wall. If anything, the ideal situation in these eight-a-side games on a pitch like this is for the free kick to be about 3 yards back from where they're taking from now. But the referee has got to be strict on this wall. Over it for the Daredevils is Rahul Sachdev. Also there, Bavik Desai. They've gone for 4 in the wall in the end. Will it be Sachdev or Desai? 4 in the wall. Sachdev or Desai? It looks like it's going to be Rahul Sachdev to give the Daredevils the lead. To Desai! Great save! Kedar pulls up a brilliant save, and that was well worked. They've all worked out. You can't score direct from free kicks. It was nice link up between the two men involved, Rahul Sachdev and Bavik Desai, and Desai placed it well. Kedar's save was excellent. Oh, the keeper's on the deck here. They're going to survive, but the West Coast Sharks starting to live dangerously. Shot comes in from range. Not sure it was going in, but the Shark defender wasn't to know that, and that was a really solid header. The intensity beginning to be upped in this game with 11.5 to play. Good clearing header from Bilal Sheikh there. Kedar, not for the first time, looked a little bit unsteady. Bilal Sheikh, he skinned his man alive here. Bilal Sheikh just couldn't square it, and now they could be short at the back if the Daredevils can move it quickly. Rahul Sachdev, what a tackle that was, by the way, from Aditya Mahanti. Oh, that's taken a deflection. Kedar manages to deal with it. Kedar, what's it? Almighty throw, and it could catch them out here. Looked to be a tiny push from Karan Chugh as well. Well, it was never a corner, surely. The corner's the decision. Surprisingly, Aditya Mahanti comes off for the corner. Archis Patel comes on. Is he going to try and ghost in at the far post? Archis Patel doesn't get as far as him. And now all of a sudden it's 2-on-2. Well, they've got a man up front here. They go for goal and he hits his own man. Does Bavik Desai? Paris Nayal wanted the through ball. And the West Coast Sharks have managed to regroup. Chugh pulls it back to Courtstab Talur, who we know can hit them from range. Archis Patel with the chest to control. Here's Morales. Another shot from range, takes the deflection. That'll be a corner. A shot from Silas Lakhani. The scorer at the Daredevils goal, winning his side a corner. With less than 10 to play now. You do get the feeling the next goal will be the winner if one comes. Chipped in. Oof. Not for the first time he looked threatening coming forward there, Paras now, without the final product causing any problems. Damien Savage gets it back to his keeper, Kadar. He thinks about playing it short, then thinks better of it. Changes galore coming now. The West Coast Sharks introduce Rakesh Tulsiram back into the fray. Piyush Morales controlled well there, but he's muscled out of it by Archis Patel. Inside to the fresh legs of Rakesh Tulsiram. That's taken a deflection. Keeper has to be solid there with Paras Nayal running in. Flags up, this won't count, it's offside.
Calm down. 9 minutes. Fucking get the win. Come on. Ajit nominated. Come on.
Well, have we seen the end of the goal scoring here? Just 8 minutes now to find a winner. And the last 5 minutes of the first half gave us more goal scoring opportunities than the rest of the game pretty much combined. As that's well watched out for a goal kick by Kazan Ahmed. He looks fresh since he's been rested. Rakesh Tulsiram, could he be the key to unlock this Daredevils defence? That could go anywhere. It's getting scrappy. Now, coming on for the Daredevils, it's Tarang Manjeshwar. We know he can be a threat. He's replacing Savan Kordas. But it's all becoming a little bit desperate. Both teams seemingly running out of ideas here. Good turn from Rakesh Tulsiram. Flags up against Archis Patel. It won't count. It hit the post and went wide anyway. He's got a long stride, covers lots of ground, Archis Patel, as we saw with that 11th second goal last week. He's getting in a little bit of a niggle, Archis Patel, with Ogden, not with Ogden Fernandez, with Piyush Morale. Talor. Oh, that's dangerous. You get the feeling, maybe subconsciously, both these teams have put the cue in the rack now and are accepting they'd rather take the point than risk conceding an equaliser. A draw probably on balance a fair result, although the West Coast Sharks would be disappointing having equalised. They could have easily gone 2-1 up 60 seconds later with that court stab Talor free kick. They hit the post. Kedar comes and claims. That's touched inside. Archis Patel wrong footed, couldn't try and get on the end of it. Aditya Mahanti just introduced! And as he was introduced, how close was Courtstab Talur to finally getting that goal and giving the Sharks what surely would be a winner at this stage. Aditya Mahanti over now to take the corner. That was deflected. Mahanti's corner, headed away. And now, here's the charge from Paras Nayal. No support, so he goes on his own. And badly slices his shot for a goal kick. Space to operate now for the impressive Rakesh Tulsiram. Here's Bilal Sheikh, another player that's at times looked sharp tonight. That wasn't one of those moments though. Less than 5 to play. A reminder, up next, the third match of the night. We'll see the Superheroes up against the Titans, last season's champions in action. Looking to bounce back from their shocking 4-2 defeat at the hands of Live Pools in week 1. And that's our third game. Our fourth game following that will be the Warriors and the Bombay Kings. Meanwhile, back here, is there a winner to be had with 4.5 to play? Bilal Sheikh beats one, but not the second man. Good foot in there from Bavik Desai. And what's he given here? He's given a back pass, has he? Extraordinary. Well, I don't even think they were appealing for that, the West Coast Sharks. But the referee, Sahil, has given the back pass. Now, for the Daredevils, Paras Nayar has waved the white flag. I think he's exhausted. Nico Pandy comes back on for him. Meanwhile, it'll be an indirect free kick here for this back pass. The Daredevils furious with the decision. And it's presented with the clock ticking down to 3.5 minutes to play. A chance for the West Coast Sharks to pick the pockets of the Daredevils. The Daredevils led through that 19th minute Silas Lakhani goal. Horrible error from Kedar in the goals. 3 minutes later, Aditya Mahanti equalising. And then the West Coast Sharks before half-time hitting the post. There's not been many clear-cut opportunities in the second half. This could about to be one of them, though. Well, remember, this is indirect, so they'll have to touch it first. And the wall does its job. Comes out, across the face. Oh, my word. Ogden Fernandez got it across the face of Garden. It was Aditya Mahanti again, who only needed to apply the finishing touch but couldn't do so. And now there's less than 3 minutes to play. The Daredevils survived that controversial back pass call. The Daredevils will be picking up their first point of the season if they hang on to this draw. The Sharks, it'll be their second consecutive 1-1 draw after drawing 1-0 with the Bombay Titans last week. He's certainly looking fresh, Rakesh Tulsiram. The West Coast Sharks at the more likely team here. The kick-in goes the way of the Sharks. Mahanti looks for support. Mahanti unable to get it back. And that's a solid header away from the Daredevils, Rahul Sachdev. Kazan with the kick-in. Chug back in for the Sharks. Karen Chu to try and get on the end of this delivery. Delivered in well, heads are up and headed away by the Daredevils, Piyush Murali. And now the Daredevils coming forward themselves. There's less than 2 minutes to play. Any goal now would be a winning one! And they've done it! A lightning quick counter-attack, and Bavik Desai has scored what surely is the winning goal to break the West Coast Sharks' hearts. Out of absolutely nothing, muted celebrations for Bavik Desai, but that is some way to win the game for the Daredevils. Surely there's not enough time for the West Coast Sharks to respond now, with just 90 seconds to go. Aditya Mahanti, oh my word. Two Sharks getting in each other's way, and the free kick goes the way of the West Coast Sharks. Referee Sahil making some big calls in the second half. There's 60 seconds to go. Bavik Desai, has he stolen the points for the Daredevils, or can Ogden Fernandez? That wall is never 5 yards back. Referee Sahil will get them back. Can Ogden Fernandez make himself a hero and get the better of Rohan Tupal in the Daredevils' goal? Ogden Fernandez to level it up. Takes a deflection of Aditya Mahanti and out for a goal kick, and that could just about be that. I won't be in any rush to take this. Rohan Tupal entitled to take his time. Well, what a turn of events we've had here. It looked for all the world that the West Coast Sharks were the team more likely to score the third goal in this game, but having been pressing and being awarded an indirect free kick for a back pass in the last 3 minutes, the Daredevils coped with that threat, and on a lightning quick counter-attack got the winner. Surely it's the winner from Bavik Desai. Final 10 seconds. And referee Sahil will blow for full time at any minute. And that will be that now. Aditya Mahanti was offside. It's finished 2-1 here. Or has it? Not yet. My word, well the referee's got to blow for full time shortly. The story of this game, well, the Daredevils took the lead in the 19th minute through Silas Lakhani after a shocking mistake from Kedar in goal. They were level though, just 3 minutes later. Aditya Mahanti capitalising on a good bit of build-up play. Korstav Taloy hit the post before half-time, and the West Coast Sharks pushed in the second half, but it was the Daredevils, courtesy of that 48th minute Bavik Desai strike, that take the 3 points, their first win of the season, and the West Coast Sharks' first defeat of the season. It's finished here. Daredevils 2. Daredevils 1, I should say. Apologies. West Coast Sharks. I'll try again. West Coast Sharks 1. The Daredevils 2. Stay with us. Our third game of the night is up next. It's the Superheroes against the Titans. You're watching live Roots Premier League Bodog action on One Play Sports.